and visuals on your screens from Lumbini in Nepal, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a day-long visit. Remember, this is the birthplace of Lord Buddha, and as you can see, Prime Minister Modi has arrived in Nepal in a big boost to India and Nepal ties. In fact, the Prime Minister is on a day-long visit to the neighbor nation, where we can see that he's being received by the diplomats of Nepal. We can see the government officers, top diplomats receiving Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Nepal. Remember, Prime Minister's crucial visit to Nepal is seen as a new milestone, in fact, in the Indo-Nepal bilateral relations, as both the neighbor countries look to improve ties on Buddha Purnima. And this visit holds utmost significance as India pushes to take a lead in the Buddhist legacy diplomacy at a time, in fact, when China, over the years, has had rather pushed its soft power diplomacy in Nepal. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to hold bilateral talks with his Nepal counterpart, Sher Bahadur Deuba. This will be PM Modi's fifth visit to Nepal since the year 2014, when the Modi government first came to power. And this is, in fact, viewers, the first visit by any Indian Prime Minister to Lumbini. So these are the visuals on your screen, straight from Nepal, where Prime Minister Modi is on a day-long visit. As you can see, he's being received and being greeted by the Nepalese diplomats, top officers. In fact, that's the Prime Minister of Nepal also accompanying PM Modi, and visuals straight from the Nepal airport, where Prime Minister Modi is on a day-long visit to Lumbini. Remember, like I put it before, that this is the first visit by any Indian Prime Minister to Lumbini, and in fact, this is PM Modi's fifth visit to Nepal since the year 2014. Remember, this visit assumes a lot of significance as India pushes to take a lead in the Buddhist legacy diplomacy at a very crucial time, when China over the years had only pushed its soft power diplomacy in Nepal. And I'm being joined by my colleague Srinjoy on the phone line, who's reporting from the national capital. Srinjoy, a very big boost to India-Nepal ties here, keeping in mind how not everything was going well in the past. When we talk about the Indo-Nepal bilateral ties, there was this whole row over map, and then, China pushing its soft power diplomacy in Nepal, and now this very, very crucial visit by Prime Minister Modi. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, there are two or three things very important. Prime Minister has just landed a little while ago. He now goes to the Maya Devi temple. He will be present when this entire prayer meeting takes place. He will light a ceremonial lamp. And it's a great message to the people of Nepal, saying, look, we are with you. Then, of course, he has his meeting with the Prime Minister Deuba. And then after that, you will have a very big speech by the Prime Minister at the Buddhist Council. He will also lay the foundation of the India International Center of Buddhist Heritage and Culture. So all of these things are particularly significant. Those two Buddhist functions are not just about India and Nepal. It will be about all of East and Southeast Asia and maybe large parts of the world. So this is a very big forward movement by India, reaching out, very well planned, very well worked out, that if you do this, then it doesn't just help Nepal, it will be a positive sign for many other Buddhist countries in the world. All of Southeast Asia is looking, all of East Asia is looking, and it is important to know that China is also looking with some trepidation, because if India has played the Buddhist card, it clearly means that all other countries, Buddhist countries in the world, countries which have significant Buddhist population, and you're looking at every country from perhaps Myanmar right down to the edge of East Asia, there are significant numbers. And all of them are looking at India and saying, okay, India is doing so much for Buddhism. this is actually a very positive move by the government.
All right, like my colleague Srinjoy put it out, that it's a very positive move, in fact, by the government and, sending out a strong message even to China. Srinjoy, just for the benefit of our viewers, if you could just throw some light on the significance of this place called Lumbini. Why the PM's significance assumes in fact, PM's visit assumes all the more significance, also keeping in mind that he's the first Prime Minister to do so. All right, I'm being told that we've lost Srinjoy's line. We're trying to connect there. So clearly, these are the visuals on your screens from Lumbini in Nepal, which is the birthplace of Lord Buddha. Remember, this town is very significant, keeping in mind that how Buddha Purnima celebrations are on in Nepal. And Prime Minister Modi is, in fact, the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the town of Lumbini. And clearly, this is a strong message even to China at a time when, over the years, China has constantly made a bid to push its soft power diplomacy in Nepal. And now Prime Minister Modi, in fact, taking his first visit to Nepal after COVID, at a time even when the neighbor nation is facing economic crisis, and the PM will be holding, in fact, a crucial bilateral talks with his counterpart, Sher Bahadur Deuba, who also happens to be the Prime Minister of Nepal.